good morning, guys. It's Tiff back again, and I am just doing some journaling today. And I kind of wanted to talk about hidden journaling. If you've watched my Instagram, we brought it up this week. And here I'm just making some very messy, scratchy, illegible journaling. Um, and I'm just layering over the journaling. So there's multiple ways you can do hidden journaling, but this is one of my favorites that I think adds a lot of texture into the overall background. So I'm going in here with some Deco Arts media paints. It's fluid. If you've never tried their media paints, the fluid acrylics here is really nice. Great saturation and color for a very good price. So if you haven't tried those, I highly suggest them and recommend them. I've used them. This is the green gold color, and I've used them quite a bit, and I've been completely satisfied with it, and the price point is amazing. So if you've been looking for fluid acrylics but you don't want to pay what Golden wants for their fluid acrylics, then this is a great opportunity to try these out. So I'm just going in here with the gesso and a palette knife to kind of break up some of the gold and doing some scribbles and stuff inside of the gesso, as you know that I like to do. And I'm not making this video for any particular reason other than the fact that just wanted to bring you guys some fun ways on the weekend to try. So as I can, I'll try to add some new videos on the weekends for you guys who are off that can actually play and enjoy and get inspired by the videos. So that was some Amsterdam acrylic inks in turquoise, but that's not the color of it. I'm not sure what the color was, but as you can see from the gesso, it does differently in different parts of the journal. So the parts that have gesso are going to react with the acrylic differently than the places that do not have gesso, and that's one of the reasons I do not just gesso the entire page, because I like the interest that it gives when the paper doesn't have gesso and when it does have gesso. So hopefully that is making some sense. I'm recording this as the rest of my family is asleep, so I'm sorry if I'm talking a little bit lower this morning. And so as you can tell, I dry in between the layers just to make sure that they are good to go before I go in with the next layers. And I'm going to go in here with some nickel azo gold in the fluid acrylics. And I'm just kind of moving it about and using water on my paintbrush to kind of help that fluidity of the paints move around and become more translucent than if I was not using water. And I'm still being somewhat mindful that I do enjoy the white space and the lighter areas, but I also want to bring in some darker areas with the graphite stick. I know that Prima has some out, but this one that I use is Lyra, and I wanted you to see what happens when I put the alcohol onto the wet graphite. I wasn't sure if I was going to get a reaction or not, but then I really did, and I kind of liked it because it really made some very cool textured marks. So get your rubbing alcohol out and kind of play. I know that you can do this with acrylic. I just wasn't aware that it would work with graphite or not. So I got all crazy and decided to try. And as you can see, it bloomed with the acrylic there. It was pretty cool. So a neat little way to add a little interest and texture into the page without a ton of work. So that's how I like to do it. So I zoomed in pretty close so you guys could see, and then sorry, forgot that it was zoomed in. So I'll catch myself here in a minute and realize it. And I'm just doing the same kind of effect up at the top and adding some of the darker tones. And it just, be aware. I am very aware of the lights and the darks whenever I feel a page is not, quote unquote, as moody as I would like, or not quite as interesting. That was a good one. That was good. Or not quite as interesting as I like. I always look at where is there any darker spots? Are there any lighter spots? Because it will add to the overall look and feel of the page. So that's just a quick tip to kind of, if you're stuck and you have a page and you're not sure if you're satisfied or if you really love it, just take a look at that and kind of see, what does that look like? Do you have lights? Do you have darks? Is one overpowering the other? And I like for my work to kind of fade from one to the other, so I'm not a huge fan of hard lines. And here I'm going in with my white China marker, which I love and I use very often, and it's just making some very, very faint hidden, not really hidden, but more so just very light. Okay, guys, so this large print Sprig muslin book is the book I've been using in all of my 100-day projects on Instagram, and it has some of the funniest some of the funniest things in there. So if you haven't taken a look at my 100-day project on Instagram, you should, because I am so glad that 100 days is almost over. But I have made some laughter around some of the quotes that come out of this book. It's hilarious. So a lot of people have asked me, where in the world are you finding these quotes, and what book is this? So that's just the book that I found at the thrift store for like 25 cents. So guys, I'm coming to an end here, and I really just want to thank you for all your support, all your likes and comments. Trust me when I say that when you guys leave, oh yeah, my aluminum foil on top of the oohoo. I lost my glue top again. Goodness. Anyway, so it means a lot to me whenever you guys leave me a comment, you leave me a thumbs up. It really makes my day. So don't think that your comments go unnoticed. I love them so much, and I appreciate it, each and every one of the subscribers that I do have. I hope that you will continue to love my videos and keep on commenting and telling me what you guys would like to see. So I kind of combined a quote here between how I wish I could have, I don't even know what it says. I'll have to post a picture.